I want to share a really cool story with you about something that happened to me when I was running one time. So I decided that I was going to get into running and try and do a bunch of extra cardio. This was several years ago. And if you know anything about me, I'm not really built for running, more built for like pushing things short distances like a squat or a bench press. But anyway, so I set out to do this running thing. And outside of my neighborhood, there was this big, long, daunting hill. And I just remember the first day coming around the corner out onto the main road and looking up and thinking, oh my gosh. And I, like anything, I set my mind to do it and I start on this track. And man, I'll tell you, I got to the top of this hill and I thought to myself, I am not cut out for this running thing. It seemed like it took all day. It was terrible. I was out of breath and I didn't know what to do. So I just said, I'm never going to do that again. So anyway, I continued running and I finished the run. And the next day comes and I kind of get myself built back up. I said, got to do this. And I went out there and took the same route, and I get to the hill and I look up and I look way at the top of the hill and I said, man, and something happened. I don't know. I just like to play games with myself to distract myself a little bit. And I didn't intentionally do this. I didn't set out to think about this, but so I started looking down at the cracks in the sidewalk, the seams in the sidewalk. And it seemed like every step and a half or 2.5 steps of my stride, I would step on one of those cracks. And so I just started playing a game with myself and I was trying to not step on a crack. So about every 2.5 steps, I have to kind of shorten my stride a little bit to miss the crack. And so, I got this cadence and this rhythm going, where, step, step, stutter, stutter, step, 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 just going all the way. And I'll tell you what, I get to the top of the hill. I'm not exhausted. I'm good. I like it. It's almost like the hill didn't even exist. And I just had like this epiphanic moment in life right then in that moment that, wow, I've heard the terminology before about, just keeping your head down and put one foot in front of the other. And we hear those kind of analogies all the time. But man, I'm telling you, I actually lived it physically, literally in that moment, just literally keeping my head down and putting one foot in front of the other and just going. And before I knew it, I accomplished what I set out to do. And not only did I accomplish what I set out to do, but I did so with a ton of energy and reserves. And so I thought to myself, there's no way that I just gotten that much shape in 24 hours, because the day before I was freaking exhausted from that hill. And now all of a sudden I get to the top of this hill. And so, this thought in my head was like, wow, man, like this is life. When you focus so innately on a task that's so far in front of you and seems so big, it can be exhausting. Number one, some people never even start because the task just seems too large. So you turn and go the different direction. You don't even run the hill or take on the task. And you miss out on these opportunities. And I'm going to tell you, what you don't know is that on the other side of that hill was a downhill, and it goes back up into another hill. And, I started running this route every single day and got good at it and actually started enjoying it. And now, before you know it, instead of running like a mile, mile and a half every day, I'm running 6, 7, 8 miles a day. And then what ultimately I was trying to accomplish was to get in this excellent shape of my physical appearance. And for the first time in my life back then, I started developing a 6-pack, and just a lot of things came from this that I really didn't even expect. And it all started with just keeping your head down, putting one foot in front of the other, and doing the work. Man, it was so good. So that's my message for you today. If you're looking up a big hill, staring down the barrel of a big old task of just something monumental that you don't know, A, where you're even going to get started, and B, how you're ever going to accomplish it, put your head down, put one foot in front of the other, and just go after it. Be good, be blessed, be stronger.